Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. I'm standing in front of the People and Places wall. And of course, we're going to start this week with a first-time buck getter, Mason Roan. Take a look at 14-year-old Mason Roan and the buck that he shot. It's his very first. He's from Numidia. Mason is seen here with a 6-point buck that he shot during last year's archery season while hunting with his dad, Harry. He shot this buck at a distance of only 17 yards with his Excalibur Axiom crossbow. Congratulations on your very first buck, Mason. And now we see a brand new trapper and her very first catch. Here's Kathy Ehlers of Pleasant Mount and the beaver that she trapped in Wayne County. Kathy's beaver weighed 40 pounds and was caught with a body-gripping trap. Now take a look at this. That's a huge bear. Who we are looking at right now is Joe Sick of Tunkhannock. He shot this on the first day of the regular bear season last year. Joe, seen here at the head of the bear, made a 40-yard shot with his 7mm Remington to down this monster. He needed a bit of help pulling the bruiser off the mountain, and his gang of friends came to the rescue. This once-in-a-lifetime bear weighed a whopping 530 pounds. Way to go, Joe. Next, we see John Baio and his largest buck to date. John shot this 8-point buck on the second day of the archery season while hunting in Forksville. Here's 12-year-old Caden Stevens Wormuth of Honesdale and his very first buck. Caden's buck had 5 points and was shot with a 30-06 while hunting in Damascus. And here's another local hunter and his very first buck. Cooper Barden of Lehighton is seen here with a 6-point buck that he shot on November 9th with his crossbow. He was hunting in Wildlife Management Unit 3D. Way to go, Cooper. Here's another hunter from Lehighton and the buck that she shot during the archery season. Brianna Berger shot this 7-point buck on November 11th with her crossbow while hunting out of the family cabin in Monroe County. Now take a look at this walleye. That is a beautiful fish. And we've got to congratulate Gavin Brubaker of Northumberland. He caught this while fishing with his uncle Ryan. Gavin's walleye measured 31 inches in length and was caught using a twister tail on a jig head. Here's 8-year-old Luke Page of Watsontown and his very first deer. Luke shot this big doe while being mentored by his dad Carl in Columbia County. He downed this doe with his Ruger 243. Congratulations on your first deer, Luke. Finally, this morning we see Chris Conboy and the buck that he shot on the opening day of the rifle season while hunting on his farm in Burchardville, Susquehanna County. Chris's buck had 10 points and a 19-inch outside spread. Congratulations on that beautiful buck, Chris. And with all of our successful sportsmen out there, we'll put a close to this week's edition of Pennsylvania People and Places. And may I remind you, if you're out there ice fishing, if you're out there pheasant hunting on one of the preserves, or you have a buck or a turkey or whatever from the last year, please send it to us. And here's how you do it. You go to WNEP.com/POL, you click on the slideshow, fill in the information, and hit the submit button. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.